Hello, good morning, everyone. So we got May 20th. Today is day 53. We're leaving Saunders shelter and headed towards Thomas Knob. It'll be a 19-mile day. I know we got one big climb, White Top Mountain or something to that effect. And yeah, I guess first night back on the trail since Damascus. I guess it went all right. You know, there were some college kids up here with their professor or somebody, and they were out on a hiking class that they take or something. There was probably 12 of them. And then we had quite a few hikers come in. Well, other hikers, not part of the class. So yeah, they were thinking maybe 20 people. Plus there was only like 6 of us in the shelter. So anyways, we're gonna get this day started and see what kind of beautiful views we can see. Yeah, get warmed up. Oh, get my foot warmed up. And feeling good. Come on, let's do this. So I thought this was an interesting obstacle. So this whole tree fell down. And look there, that sign made it. Oh, maybe it didn't make it. 80 north that way, south that way. What does this other sign say? Bear Tree Gap Trail, Iron Mountain Trail. This way. Holy moly. There's no way of getting around this thing. I have to say that's a new obstacle. All right. The trail moves on. I think if I was going to collect water, I'd collect it up there. I don't know if I'd collect it through this mess. Still devastation of Helene. I keep wondering when we're gonna kind of move out of all this. I know the further north we get, the less of this stuff we're gonna see. Yeah, a lot of clearing had to be done through here. Doing a lot of stream crossing this morning. Yep. So what we've been following is this river, and along it is the Virginia Creeper Trail. And you can see some of the remnants of the actual trail, and then there's like little bridges that they had created along the path to take you over the water. I bet it was a cool trail, but it's pretty closed down now because it was just way too close to the river and it got destroyed, and a lot of the bridges got destroyed. As we walk up the trail here, so you can see that's what I believe to be the Creeper Trail. This sign will tell us. Yeah, I could be totally wrong. The Virginia Creeper Trail, yeah, it just doesn't exist anymore. Let's walk down here and see what this looks like. Sad. And there's a bunch of these little bridges along the way that I've been seeing. I just haven't been able to get any film. Yeah, it took me across over yonder. So beautiful, but very destructive it can be. All right, back over to the AT. So I was just walking along listening to this river and thinking about how special it is that to be walking here in Virginia on the Appalachian Trail, listening to such a calm river, as destructive as that thing can be. And not a hurry in the world. Just walk along and think. Very peaceful. There's your white blaze. There's the old Creeper Trail right there. See that little ditch area? more of it. Man, I bet that was an awesome trail since it used to wind so close to that river like that. That was a long breach. Holy moly. They had to build steps here because so much washed out. Washed out this whole section. Another guy that passed me was telling me there's a bunch of trees we're gonna have to maneuver around. He says a lot of blowdowns. I said, oh really? Well, I guess we'll just have to. Temporary AT salvo. Cute sign, all right. It is nice walking along that river, though. Oh, this is nice. Like forever will the landscape of the Appalachian Trail be changed. All these trees going one way instead of the other way. Oh, man. Put a squat down. Looks like we're gonna maybe come up on a bald. Oh, that'd be nice. I love balds. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I'm stepping over. Okay, goes this way. Look at that bald up there. Maybe we're gonna just came from that direction. Headed this direction. See some cars over there. Must be a parking lot. I wonder if there's any trail magic. Apparently there's cows out in this field, but there they are. Oh, maybe they're on the other side of the fence. Oh no, they're on this side. Let me get through this again. So as I climb up White Top Mountain, it's a slow task. But I'm noticing that the trail doesn't look real worn down. Lots of grass and vegetation on each side of it. So do people skip it? Do they get picked up at that parking lot down there after I came by the cows? Then they get taken to the top, because you can get a ride to the top. Apparently there's a parking lot up there. I don't know. Steadily climbing. I still gotta go up there. I came up over that hill right there. And I don't even think I'm up on top of White Top Mountain yet. Just thinking I get up there. The trail goes this way. All right, onward. Still cruising along White Top Mountain. Coming up on a roadway, I believe, or parking lot. Somebody has mentioned there's gonna be trail magic, so that's always cool. Hey guys, so I did get some trail magic, and the guy offered a hot dog, he offered some chips, and a little pastry, and a Coke. And so I had me a Pepsi, and I had that hot dog and chips. And it was nice. I didn't stay very long, but some other hikers had showed up, and I wanted to give them a place to sit. But I had something that always kind of pondered me on the trail if I would have ever come across it, and that is another injured hiker, and no kidding. So I'm coming down, so while I was sitting there, this one hiker comes by, and he checks and says, well, I just got through eating lunch, and so he didn't really want anything, and that's cool. Well, I was just walking along, and I heard this, like somebody crying, not for help, but just moaning. And I look up ahead, the trail, of course, and there's this guy laying in the middle of the trail. And of course I know he's not dead because he's moaning, but got over there, and yep, he had just slipped, fell forward, had a little cut on his nose, the arch of his nose. His shoulder got roughed up a little bit, and his pack got a little dirty or whatever, and his calf, down by his calf, it got scraped up his knee. But yeah, he just slipped and went forward and freaking hit his head. But yeah, he was pretty much stuck down there, and he couldn't get himself up. He hadn't had a chance. I don't know if he had just fell or what, but nonetheless, he couldn't get himself up. I pulled him up, and we assessed him, and he assessed himself, and we decided nothing was broken, and it was time to get on down the trail. So I gave him some space and went on ahead of him. But yeah, you know, can't say that's never happened before. So anyways, yeah, I'm glad I got some trail magic. That'll get me, I think I got 6 miles to go. I still got a ways to go. I'm doing 19 today, so. Anyways, life's good. Got rid of that uphill, that white mountain, that white top mountain. Ugh. Got over that one. I think tomorrow is Mount Rogers, is what I'm hearing, because a lot of people go to this particular shelter I'm going to, Thomas Knob Shelter, because it's proximity of Mount Rogers. Anyways, so I'm gonna make it there, but yeah, I just thought an adventurous little last 20 minutes. All right, on down the trail, guys. So coming into a parking lot, and I heard there might be some more trail magic out here. This is Elk Garden. I don't know if it's called, that's what the parking lot's called, but it's just Elk Garden, Virginia. And let's see here. I have about 4.3 miles to go. And I'm sure it's going to be a busy shelter. But that's all right. We'll make it work. Yep, pre-hiking picnic. All righty, look at there. Awesome. Hey guys, so I came into this, it's called Trail Magic Picnic, and it's being put on by Troutdale Baptist Church, and got me a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and I'm really fond of those. I prefer it on toast, but I like to make peanut butter and honey sandwiches with toast. So anyways, so they made me one of those, and we got some trail mix, and I got me another Mountain Dew. So, but good people here and good trail magic. Thank you, Troutdale. Hey guys, so what that church was doing back there is they were offering a shuttle from Fox Creek to Dickey Gap. So you would, and they're gonna shuttle you to a picnic that they're having. And so there's a certain time in there that they were gonna, you drop off your pack at the first location, and then you could slack pack 8.5 miles, and they would pick you up at Dickey Gap. And then take you to the picnic, and then they bring you back, or you can, look like they might even have accommodations to stay at their hostel. So anyways, that's what they had going on. So we're offering a little trail magic with a picnic tomorrow, probably afternoon or something. But anyways, so, well, that's a good thing. Nonetheless, wonderful thing. And I've taken a look at it. We'll see how it works for my schedule. What I got going on. I can always use a free meal in a hostel. I'm sure they work off donations, but hey, you know, that's okay. I wouldn't want it to all be all free, although it does say that the shuttle is free. Hey, and I think it said the picnic's free. So we can always do free stuff. All right, anyways, on down the trail, guys. Should be coming up a blue blaze here on my left to get up to Mount Rogers, so we can check that out. Right. So I have meet the summit of Mount Rogers. Yeah, that was wonderful. All right, on back down to the shelter. So after coming down from Mount Rogers, I reconnected with the Appalachian, which is where we're at now. Back on the Appalachian, headed towards Thomas Knob Shelter. Nice rainy evening. Hopefully it stops by the morning.